Today's SEM is Tanos portal effect. It's really interesting and looks good. You can create something like in internet. You can use Maya, Blender, and some of tutorials about Tanos portal is also on the 3D Max with the Phoenix plugin effect. And also there is some of these works use VFX plugin. These plugins cost really much. Uh, we are going to use only Maya fluids and particles. But you can see how it was made from the internet, and there is a lot of materials according to this Tanos portal. This one was created in the 3D Max with Phoenix FD and looks really powerful and good. This is original tutorial. You can probably use this one, or you can also use lectures from the previous year and create something like this. And today we are going to recreate this portal by using Maya and fluids. And also let's have a look on the works from the previous year, how it was done. This is a portal effect 2, Tanos portal. And this one was created in the Maya with the particles and fluids. And some of most of them was created by using Maya. Sorry for problems with the projector. And this one is also looks good. You can create something like this. And some of them used Blender, but I forget who used the Blender. Let's see some works. Some of students use different colors, and some of them rotate the camera, and you can create something interesting according to your feelings. This one is also interesting work with a good rendering and sense of humor. Okay, and we are going to Today we are going to create something like this, and also I would like to share with you lectures from the previous year. Uh, in the previous year, we created this portal during 2 lectures, but today I hope we can create in the one lecture cycle. And let's start. Don't forget about attendance. It's open. Okay, let's start. Um, First, we should create some donut. Torus. Yes, this is a torus, and we are going to create the shape of this torus. We can change the radius. We can change uh, position, the rotation of this torus. And also we can make some animation of appearance of this torus. Like in the Doctor Strange portal, we are going to use the circle to emit some particles, and from the particles we are going to emit some fluid effects. Okay, first we need to assign new material for this torus. And on the color, I'm going to make some noise texture. Noise is a procedural generated texture, and from the dark spots, we are going to emit, from the white spots, we are going to emit our particles. We should change some threshold. We should inverse invert this filter, and maybe something like this. And I'm going to change place 2D texture and repeat this texture according to UV set. And we have these cloudy shapes, and we are going to emit from white part. Okay, next I'm going to create some particles emission from this object. Let's emit from this object. And in the settings, we are going to use this noise texture for the particles rate texture. For this, I'm sure I need to open Hypershade, and in the texture, I'm going to use this created earlier noise texture. With the middle mouse button, I can drag and drop into the texture rate. I'm going to enable texture rate and change emitter type for the surface. And let's check. Yes, we have this particles emission. I need to increase the number of these particles a little bit, and I need to create the speed, increase the speed of these particles, or maybe later. Maybe let's make it for the default. To create this tube effect, we need to apply some fields on these particles. Let's use volume axis field and change the shape of this volume axis field to the not torus cylinder. We need to use some cylinder, and we need to rotate this cylinder and put somewhere in the area of our emission, something like this. And we need to change direction of this field to along axis to -5. And here we see this arrow, and from the axis we need to switch off. And let's add some rotate along around axis. And here we can see these arrows, which is showing us where is direction of this volume axis field. In the volume axis field, we can increase the magnitude a little bit and see what we have. If we play these particles now, we can see how they emit out of this simulation. Let's increase the number of frames. And in the particles, we can change the lifespan to the random range from this meaning. And now we have this emission. These particles affect like in the Tanos portal effect. And we are going to start emit from these particles. Maybe we can also increase the number of these particles, or maybe just a little bit. Now we have this effect, maybe even more. Yes, we have this effect. Okay, let's save this scene. Next, I'm going to create a container for the fluids. We need a 3D container. We need to change the base resolution. We need to change the boundaries. I'm going to use -z side. I'm going to put this container near my torus. And I need to switch on after resize with the maximum resolution and after resize threshold. Okay, let's see. I need to delete emitter from the fluid container, and when I select in fluids and particles, I can emit from particles. We can use emit from object, and now we have particles. Every particle becomes the center of this fluid effect. And now we are going to change in the fluid emitter. We need to increase this fluid drop-off. We need to, in the fluids, we should switch off biasing. We should switch on the swirl effect a little bit, and let's see what we have. And now we have this something like fluid, something like Tanos portal, almost. In the particles, we can, in the shape, in the display, we can switch off visibility and load visibility. And now we didn't see our particles. And also we switch off this torus shape. And now we're ready for settings our fluid effects. For these fluids, we should create another volume axis field to get this tube effect. Let's create another volume axis field. And here we are going to use magnitude around 50. Here we also should use some cylinder, and with the same positions like a previous one, let's rotate, let's increase the scale, let's put above, and let's change direction, the same direction, and a little bit more rotation, maybe less rotation, and maybe less magnitude. Okay, and we need to go to the uh, fluid emitter. Maybe we can increase the number of fluids. We should also maybe add some damp on it. Here we need to add some damp a little bit. And we should go to our content details. In the density, we need to animate this dissipation. First, on the 0 frame, we are going to put dissipation for 50. On the 19th frame, it's also can be set key on the 50, but on the 10th frame, I'm going to decrease this to the 5. Also set key. And let's see what we have. Now with the dissipation, we decrease this ending of this simulation. And now it's almost looks like what we need. The next step will be about the shading of our fluids. Let's make some self shadow and let's go to the shading. Let's increase this edge drop off. In the color, we should maybe make it some with the blue or gray. It's according to your feelings. And we are going to use some incandescence, and we can change these incandescence colors and use some gradient in the center. Like in the reference, we already see inside of this portal effect we have the uh, blue light, and it looks like it's heating inside. That's why we are going to use this incandescence according to the temperature, and we need to create something, some gradient with the blue colors, and here will be some really light color inside. And what else we need to change inside of the fluid emitter? We should find some, just 1 minute. We need to switch in the fluid container. We need to switch on um, our temperature to dynamic grid or to the gradient. And we need to add some basic light here and check the rendering and see this incandescence. Maybe we can create just one area light, increase the exposure, and let's see pre-render with the Arnold. We didn't see anything because we should change maybe this temperature to the gradient to the center gradient. Maybe this one is almost suitable for our situation. Yes, this one is a little bit good for us. And let's change the quality of this fluid. We are going to increase this base resolution, and with this base resolution we should get more quality of this fluid. Another step, I'm going to increase the number of rate for this fluid to get it more maybe not so much. We need to create the cloudy effects. Okay, let's come back to the fluid. In the shading we can use some settings. And in the opacity we can change this curve also. And also we can add some turbulence maybe in the content details, in the density. In the turbulence we can increase maybe this turbulence. And maybe increase zero. Maybe we can add some noise here. And with the noise we have this bumpy cloudy effects. But we didn't see these cloudy effects in the render. Maybe we can go to the textures and add some Berlin noise to the texture into the incandescence. And maybe with these settings, we will have no, this is not suitable. Maybe only texture opacity. Maybe with this less amplitude. Let's try and see what we have. And here we have almost interesting attributes. Maybe we can add some let's add some diffusion and see what we have. Maybe we can change the torus a little bit, increase the radius with the volume axis fields. And also we can increase the number of particles. And for the particles, we also can increase some speed. And also we can change some dissipation or transparency. Let's go to the fluids. Another field we can use for the particles, we can select our particles. Let's unhide these particles. And we can increase a little bit of this lifespan to make it more longer. Yes, this one. And for the particles, we can adjust another field, which is called gravity. And we can use this gravity field, increase the magnitude even more, change it to the cube, put this field something here. We need to add some trap inside. It means every particle should comes into this cube. Not so much. Okay. I think this one is really powerful and we should change it. We can even animate this field with a trap inside. Maybe at the beginning it should be less, maybe, and at the end it can be more. And in the particles, maybe we can again decrease the number of the lifespan. Okay, let's go to the fluids and we should continue work on its color. Maybe we can increase the shading quality. We can change maybe we can change the temperature to the Z gradient. Or maybe we can use dynamic grid or static grid. I think center gradient is better for the simulation. Okay, let's hide our particles. And let's work on its shape and shading. Oh, this one is, I think, it's interesting. Another parameter what we can change, maybe in the particles we can add some mm, in the emitter we have also some turbulence or maybe speed random little bit. It's almost much better. Let's see what we have. Uh, Maybe we should in the fluids make it more cloudy. Let's decrease the number of fluids, maybe. Okay, maybe we can leave this like this. And let's animate our beginning of this torus. On the 10th frame, it should be in this position. That's why I'm putting on the scale key selected. On the first frame, it should be 0. And let's see what we have. Maybe we can create the cache for the fluid. Let's select fluid and go to the cache. Create a cache, my fluid. Let's record the simulation and see how it looks on the render in every step. Okay, cache is done, and let's see animation and the simulation, and let's check uh, the rendering. We can find some good view for the rendering. Maybe put something like here. And another step will be creation of the lightning inside. We can use the particle system, and we can use some instancer to provide some lightnings shape inside of this simulation. Okay, maybe we can leave this portal like this. And let's again select the torus, create another particle system from this object. It should be surface, and let's see. We can add our volume access field with these particles. We can use inside field and solvers, and we can create um, maybe inside of the windows. In the relation editor, we have dynamic relationship. Inside of this dynamic relationship, we have the second particles, and we can select first our volume access field, and it's already can be affected by this field without creation new one. And also in the second particles, we should change the lifespan. We can kill these particles at the same. And also we can connect the gravity field for the second particles. We can decrease the number of particles. It will be some lightings. And we can also decrease the speed of this or increase the speed. Let's see. Maybe speed can be faster. Lifespan can be shorter because of this is a lightnings. That's why it should be appears and disappears really fast. And also we can increase the speed. And we can start emission not at the beginning but later. We can break connection from the start frame and begin the particles at 10th frame. Something like this. Maybe even on the 15th frame. When we have already opened this portal, Yes, it looks like lightnings now, and we should change the shape of these lightnings. We can create the shape of these lightnings. Uh, let's save this. We can use some polygons. Я знаю, почему это кажется из-за телевизора. Надо его выключить. Okay, we can model some simple lightning shape. We can add some multicards. Change the shape a little bit. Something like this. It will be our lightning. We can change the scale. And we can assign some new material. We can use Arnold. We can use standard surface, and we can change the color. And inside of the emission, we can use the same color and increase this emission. And now we can select our second particles and these lightings. And inside of the particles, we can use some instancer. And now every particle should become our lightnings. Maybe we should select particles, then cube, and create some instance. The last item should be particles. Okay, let's create instance. And now we have these small lightings instead of these particles. And we can change the radius, change the scale maybe. And inside of the particles we have some settings for the instancer. Here's some instancers, and we can change some rotation, maybe for the force. Let's check how they will appear. Yes, they becomes more chaotic. Inside of the tutorial which I shared with you, you also can watch how it was done with the mesh effect. You can use some mesh. This tutorial also very useful because of some interesting settings for the fluid, and at the end they use mesh effect to creation these lightnings. With the mesh effect they create some randomization, and this Settings for the fluid is also much quality instead of mine, and you can use the settings uh, from this tutorial. And okay, let's go to the make some randomization for this part lightnings. Okay, let's go and continue. Maybe we can change. We can hide our original. And inside of the particles, I need to make some uh, randomization, random rotation. Все равно выключается. I think this is slight rotation. What else? We can. Okay, maybe something like this. But also I want to put these particles maybe inside. Maybe we can create another field. We can use some volume axis field, the third one, and we can control these particles with the torus, with the cylinder. We can again create some rotation. Put it somewhere here. And we can use this volume axis field, and we can use trap inside. We can use not away from center but inside the center and along axis, and we can add some around axis, and we can see how this affect on our lightnings. And we can increase the magnitude Yes, this is much better now, and we can see on the render how it looks like. Here we have some lightnings. And if you increase the number of these particles in emitter 2, you can increase the number of lightnings. And what we can do, we can, in the particle shape, we can even make some uh, particle size. If we increase the radius, it will be affected. Yes, we can decrease the radius. And we can change not the radius, we can change yes, it becomes more chaotic with the rotation. We can compute rotation and see what we have. We have these chaotic lightings. It's also seen in the rendering. Okay. I think we've done for the settings, but on the rendering it looks not really great. You can watch tutorials from the previous year. It looks more interesting, I guess. Let's see renders from the previous year. Yes, in previous year we have more cloudy effect here. It looks more like gas. You also can watch those tutorials, and in this year it's more like donut only, without this cloudy inside. Uh, the settings of the particles and the settings of this fluid, it really affect on its behavior. Maybe we can increase base resolution more. And change the cache. Okay, cache is done, and we can see the real speed of this fluid. Almost real. We can also make some play blast. Okay, let's see play blast from this effect, and we can see some real speed of this